Hey everyone, it's Jim Brown, and we want to stay moderately close to the camera. But we're with Jim Burke, the owner, founder, and operator of RCGroups, Flying Giants, Heli Freak, and as you can hear up over us,
P-51s!
We're at Oshkosh, surrounded by full-scale awesomeness. But one thing that is really awesome is Jim has his 330 LX Extra here, and I thought we would take a look at it and talk about it. So Jason, let's come around the other side.
Oh, there went my hat.
Bring it over here, Jason. So one thing we're doing is if you're a sponsor on RCGroups or Flying Giants, send us a sticker about this size, and JB will stick it on the 330, which is awesome. I've sent an email to a lot of the advertisers. If you're not aware of this, send us a sticker and JB will stick it on. So let's turn to JB. Tell us what you're flying, why you're flying.
Well, this is an extra 330LX, as you mentioned, and it's an unlimited class airplane. I fly in competition and air shows. For competition, I fly in the unlimited category. I fly all over the country, do about 10 contests a year. I also fly in the freestyle contest. So this airplane is really well suited for both of those. And then I fly in air shows, which is this is a great airplane for air shows as well. I have a nice smoke system in it, plenty of power, it tumbles really nicely, and just a great all-around airplane. It's also fun to fly cross country. I got from here to from Oregon to here, and did it in about 8 hours total flying time. Not as fast as some of the faster planes you'll see here, but for an aerobatic airplane, it's really comfortable to fly around.
So tell everybody what your first aerobatic airplane was.
The very first aerobatic airplane I owned was what we call Russian Thunder, which is a Yak 54. It's the only Yak 54 flying in the country. Pretty much, there's probably only a couple flying in the world right now. That was a really fun airplane. That's in California now.
I liken it to a 68 Mustang with a big block in it, but it was very 68 interior, 68 exterior, but this thing is like a Porsche or something.
It's like a Ferrari or something like that. Yeah, exactly. It has a nice finish to it. It's very comfortable inside. The Yak was comfortable too because it's so big. It's a much larger aircraft than the Extra, and it was kind of nice in a way because you had so much room to stretch out. I also, as I tried to take care of it and restore it, I ended up adding some leather to it, so there's some padding in it, so it wasn't entirely military inside there, because it was a little rugged. I always told people it was like flying inside of a big soup can full of knife blades. That's how it felt when I first got it, because there's a lot of hard edges and that. But over the course of a couple of years, got it really nice, and it's in California now, being flown still, and I think going to air shows again pretty soon with the new pilot. But you're right, this is about as opposite as you can get. It's a much smaller aircraft, it's much lighter. That's the biggest thing. And it has almost the same horsepower, pretty close.
How much horsepower?
We've got about 320 horsepower. It's a Lycoming 580.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we crack open the canopy?
Yeah.
64 years in our international visitors network. As part of our competition, and I'm one of the vice chairmen, and I am so happy to be up here.
So have you added anything fancy, to keep it safe?
Well, no, these airplanes are just very safe, rugged airplanes. They don't really break. It's one of the reasons I like the Extra. I had the Yak 54, then I got the S-Bach, and those planes, they didn't really cause me any problems, but they aren't really as refined as the Extra is, not quite as rugged. They haven't been through as much. The Extra's been in development for, I think, 40 years. So they've kind of worked out all the kinks. And what you get is a steel tube frame, as you can see here. That's a steel tube frame, and that runs out throughout the entire aircraft. And that white frame there, it goes all the way to the tail bolts onto it, and this carbon shell that we're looking at right here just sits on top. So if we get rid of these screws, the entire top of the aircraft comes off, all the way off, and all you have left is that steel frame, and that's there to protect you. And steel's nice, and the carbon fiber's nice too. But the nice thing about steel is that would compress a little bit and give you a little little safety if you had a hard landing. So it's a very rugged airplane, very safe airplane, and I just, I have a great panel in it, lots of good equipment, good instruments.
And if you were going to move up to after flying this, what would be your next ultimate aerobatic?
Yeah, it's time to move up because I've moved up a lot faster than I actually thought when I bought the airplane, and I'm flying in a category now. I'm going to go to the nationals and compete. At that level, it's probably a good idea at this point to get a single-seat version of this aircraft, which would drop maybe 150 pounds and get the engine a little higher horsepower. And then the airplane's, because it's smaller, it's a little stubbier, so it'll tumble a little tighter and just move a little tighter, move a little faster. So that's probably the next step. There's a couple other options here at the show. Of course, I'm going to look at for due diligence. I'm very happy with the extra. Haven't made a decision on what I'm going to get, but probably at the end of this year, I'll make an order for something.
And I'm going to end this. We're about to go off our live stream, and of course, you can always watch this on YouTube after we stop recording. But what is your favorite maneuver to do?
Ooh, that's a really good question, but probably forgetting the normal competition stuff, we talk about freestyle type things. What I really like to do, I like to do the knife edge spin. It's probably my favorite thing. It's what I do first in my 4-minute freestyle routine. Just basically go straight up, all the power you can get, a bunch of rolls, then do a hammerhead, and then go to a knife edge spin. I do 2 turns, real nice and tight, and that's just a lot of fun. It's the best view of everything going around. I really enjoy that. Yeah, it's great.
All right, everybody, we're talking to Jim Burke, founder of RCGroups.com, celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, as well as the owner of Flying Giants, Heli Freak, knife edge software, Real Flight.
Make the Real Flight Simulator, yeah.
I often wonder how many lives in RC you have touched through the forum and the Real Flight Simulator. I would say it's a huge amount.
I think that, I've always said my job is to make RC and this hobby accessible, and I do that through everything that I have that I do. It's all about making it accessible to people.
Fly.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more from Oshkosh 2016.